Hello, my name is Jericho Clendenin and this is my persuasive speech. Verizon Wireless recently came out with a new program called Verizon Edge, which is a no-contract program for Verizon customers. It came out this past summer on August 25th and has been becoming more popular ever since. I'm going to explain how the Edge program works, the benefits of it, and why more customers are choosing it over a 2-year contract. So what exactly is the Edge program? It is a no-contract plan that includes a monthly payment with a line credit every month based on how high your data plan is. Being on Edge allows you to upgrade whenever you pay 75% of your phone off, which is typically around the 18th to 20th month. If you're wanting to upgrade sooner than that, then you can just pay off the 75% whenever you want to, meaning putting more money down rather than later. Every time you upgrade, in other words, Edge up, you must turn in your current phone to Verizon before getting the new one, meaning the current phone you turn in must be in good condition, which makes my point why having insurance is so important, especially on Edge. The Edge program actually requires you to have total mobile protection through Asurion for the first 30 days on Edge, and after the 30 days you can choose to take it off if you want to. Asurion is the provider of the insurance, and the monthly cost is $11 per phone per month. It covers everything such as loss, stolen, water damage, shattered screen, basically anything you could possibly do to your phone. Let's just say you have Asurion and you need to make a phone claim because someone stole your phone. There's a $150 deductible for a new phone versus not having insurance and having to pay for another phone at full retail price, which these days is roughly around $660 to $760. You tell me which one you'd rather pay. As I mentioned before, the Edge program includes line credits per phone on Edge. The amount of your line credit is based on how high your data plan is. Therefore, if you have a 4 gigabyte plan or lower, you get a $15 line credit every month, and if you have a 16 gigabyte or higher data plan, you get a $25 line credit every month. So either way, you receive either the $15 line credit or the $25. It's either one. There's no plan on the Edge where you don't receive one at all. For example, the new iPhone 6 on Edge is $27.50 per month. So let's say you're on a 6 gigabyte plan, which means you get a $25 line credit. So you are actually only paying $2.50 a month for the new iPhone on Edge. If it wasn't for the line credit, Edge wouldn't be worth it. Okay? So there are several benefits to becoming a Verizon Edge customer, which include no more contracts, not being stuck with the same phone for 2 years, and some phones don't even make it that long due to software changes and updates. For instance, the Apple iPhones seem to give out sooner due to all the updates that they have. Maybe that's why they come out with a new phone every year. I know customers who still have the iPhone 4, but they complain about how slow it is because the more software updates, the more delayed the device becomes. The Edge program costs the customer less in the long run versus what they pay in store for the phone on a 2-year contract. Another perk of Edge would be if you decided not to edge up and keep the phone for the full 24 months, you would end up completely owning the device and the monthly payments would drop off, but you would continue to receive the line credit, either the $25 or the $15. The Edge program still benefits those individuals who come in and tell me they don't need a new phone every 18 to 20 months and that they're okay with having a phone for a full 2 years. It still saves them more money in the long run being on the Edge program. Also, the Edge program allows you to upgrade to any phone of your choice. In other words, you're not restricted to a particular device. All that changes when you upgrade to a new phone on Edge is the monthly payment. It might even stay the same just depending on what the phone that you choose. Lastly, the final thing I want to touch on regarding the benefits of Edge is the $100 bill credit you would receive if you were to port your number from a different carrier. You would see the $100 bill credit around the 2nd to 3rd month of your new service with Verizon. Now let's compare the Edge program to a 2-year contract. So obviously I have the two differences here. On Edge, obviously there's no contract, and you also don't, there's no upgrade fees or no line fees when even creating a whole new line with Verizon. You upgrade when you choose, so you don't necessarily always have to upgrade around the 18th to 20 month is when this 75% is paid off. You could pay the 75% off anytime you choose to. You just put down more money basically. And the line credits are what I was talking about, the $25 line credit, the $15 line credit, just depending kind of on your data use. The bill credits, like I said, if you port in a number, you get that $100 bill credit, but it only has to be on Edge. Like you can't port over from another carrier and have a 2-year and receive the $100 bill credit. And for the 2-year, basically you're in contract for 2 years. There are $40 upgrade fees and the new activation. So you're looking at either way, you're going to get hit with that activation fee on the first bill. You're stuck with the same phone for 2 years. There's no way getting out of that unless you pay the early termination fee. And like I said before, there's no bill credits on that one. Okay, and here I broke down what your in-store costs between the Edge program and the 2-year in-store. I just did a random example. So just say 2 customers come in and they want to buy the 2 iPhone 6, 16 gigabytes. Basically with the Edge program, you just pay for the taxes in store. So the taxes of the iPhone 6, 16 gigabyte is $47.50, as you can see up here. So in the example, I say they're buying 2, so I added just 2 $47.50s. So in the end, you'd only end up paying even $95 because obviously there's not taxes on taxes. And on the 2-year in store, the discounted price for an upgrade 2-year contract with the iPhone 6 16 gig is $199.99, but I just rounded it to $200. So they're buying 2 iPhones, so I included that. And then I added the upfront insurance because you obviously, with the Edge, you use the monthly $11 a month. So I went ahead and already included that in there. So you're looking at $799.98 for the 2-year what you'd pay in store. So basically you're saving $704.98 but if you were to choose to do the Edge, basically. Okay, and then and this one I did 2 examples of the what your monthly payments would look like on Edge. So let's start with the Edge one. For every smartphone line access fee, that's $40 every time. So here I just kept the same example, just say that those people wanted to come in and buy the iPhone 6 16 gigabyte. We got the $40, and you got the $70, which includes your unlimited talk and text 6 gigabyte data plan. That's what you'd be looking at for that. And I included the $5. I went ahead and already took their line credit off, so they would get $50 in line credit because they'd be the $25 each from the 6 gigabyte here. So I just roughly added them together, $250, which is $5. I went ahead and required the total mobile protection because it is required for the first 30 days on Edge. So that's $11 per person, so I added 22. So roughly you're looking about $177 plus tax as a monthly payment on Edge. Now looking at the 2-year, you have obviously the $40 smartphone line access fee, and that's for both the 16 gigabytes. And then they have the $70 unlimited talk and text 6 gigs of data plan. You're looking at $150 plus tax. And don't forget too, the 2-year upgrade fees, that's $40 for each person that upgrades to that iPhone 6. So you're looking at the next bill, it's going to be $80 on the next one, but it's only one time. But even though you pay $27 more on Edge monthly compared to the 2-year contract, you still end up paying less in the long run on Edge. On a 2-year plan, you pay $400 for the 2 iPhones overall, but on Edge, you only end up paying $90 for both iPhone 6s. So I just kind of, even though you pay more, but in the long run, you actually end up saving $310. Eventually, in the future, everyone, including carriers, will be all moved to no contract plans, and the 2-year contracts won't exist anymore. I provided you the facts of how the Edge program works, the benefits of it, and why customers are becoming Verizon Edge customers. It's definitely something to consider if you aren't a Verizon Edge customer. already, and it will save you a lot of money in the long run. So don't keep paying more and get enrolled into the EDGE program today.
Cool.
Okay, and this is my audience. Yay.